Hi kids, PLN Creative Director JT Tilley here, and I'm about to call Las Vegas and speak to our odds maker David Garduno about some bullshit matches that I would never book. But these matchups need odds, and they need odds right now. So David's going to calculate the odds, and then I'm going to try to convince him to tell me which of these crazy matchups that I should book at a PLN event in the short term. It's a new segment that we like to call Let's Call Dave.
Hello, JT. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Dave? Hey, I got some matchups. I need odds.
Okay, great. Some events.
Yeah. So I've got 6 matchups I need you to do odds for.
Yeah, no, fire away. What are we talking?
Okay. So the first thing I need is Fafo has cut down from super heavyweight. He's now just a few pounds from heavyweight. So I need to find out what are the odds for Fafo versus Rocky Moore. And I need him on the call. So if you could whip him up now, that'd be good.
Yeah, okay. Rocky's going to be the favorite. You know, he's got more experience. You know, he's probably going to be $1.60 minus $1.60. Fafo's probably going to be $1 plus $1.20. Personally, though, in that one, I'd probably bet Fafo. He spent less time in there. He's taken less slaps. Even though Rocky has more experience and he does have some huge wins, he's beaten some of the best in all of the sport. So he's great. Don't get me wrong. But I think Fafo just maybe has a little bit more in the tank based on the amount of time they've spent at the barrel. So minus $1.60 Rocky, plus $1.20 for Fafo.
Okay, perfect. The next matchup I need odds for is Jiu-Jitsu Championship. It's a matchup between Shamir Peshewa, our female champion, and Rodrigo Contreras, the Mexicutioner.
2 people I'm really familiar with. Okay, that's going to be an interesting one to get booked. Well, Mexicutioner's definitely got the weight, probably the strength advantage, so he's going to be the favorite. Anybody who looks at that matchup is going to want to bet him, so I'm going to put him about $1.50. Shamir's going to come in at plus $1.15, so he's the favorite. But again, I like Shamir in this one. She's good. She's quick. I think she'll be able to outlast him. I think there'll be some close moments there in the first round where we feel kind of guilty that we set this up. But in that third, I don't know that Mexicution is going to have the gas to keep going. She'll probably find a rear naked in there maybe, finish him off.
Okay, so your final odds for Peshewa versus Contreras.
I'd give you Mexicutioner as the favorite, minus $1.50, and then Shamir would be the underdog at plus $1.15. But again, I'd be looking to bet the dog in that one.
Okay, next matchup. This is going to be a putt tour matchup. So I'll need you to switch your hats for a second. But what I'd like to do is get the odds for Grizzly from Slap Fight Championship versus Ground Shark from Jiu-Jitsu Championship.
Okay, so we're getting stranger with the stuff. I like Grizzly to be the favorite in that. So it's going to be close though. I think Grizzly's a more. I hate to say this because I'm probably going to have to sit there with Car Shark one of these days, but I feel like Grizzly would take the event more seriously. So yeah, I'd have Grizzly as the favorite in that one, minus $1.30, and Car Shark at even money.
Okay, perfect. Okay, next matchup, Street. That's our 3-on-3 basketball league. What I'd like to do is I'd like to put Team Cannon from Slap Fight Championship versus Team Biscuit from Slap Fight Championship at Street 3-on-3.
Boston Slap is definitely going to be the tallest guy in this whole thing, but Street's more about speed. I know you've watched the event. It moves.
None of the competitors are on speed. Everyone's natural, tested.
What I meant by that was the game is based on the speed of the game. So whoever has the quicker guys are going to have a slight advantage, but it's still basketball, so height's going to matter. But I just don't see Team Cannon be able to win a game where no one on the team is taller than 5'6". So I think they're going to have a tough time. So I'm going to make Team Biscuit a pretty big favorite here, probably minus 220, which would have Cannon coming in at plus $1.65. So yeah, Team Biscuit minus 220, Team Cannon plus $1.65 based on the speed and the height advantage. And a game like that, I'd probably want to go ahead and put a spread on it, a point spread, and I'd have Team Biscuit minus 5.5 in that game.
Okay.
I expect them to dominate.
Okay, I'll let you know how it goes. We got a couple more if you have time. Ultimate Tire Wrestling. I'm looking to book a matchup between Putt Tour champions Rainey Statham and Gary Hester. And I need the odds for that.
Okay, so we're going to try to break somebody's hip is what we're going to do.
Well, that's always the goal. That's always the goal.
We saw a matchup there in Karjitsu. So we know that Gary's willing to be sneaky. He jumped up from behind and trapped Rainey in it with the seatbelt right there on camera. So he's not afraid to do anything. Rainey, though, he rides a motorcycle pretty regularly. He's a pretty stout guy. Unfortunately, in this one, I see Gary getting dumped. As much as I like both of these guys, and I see Rainey as a pretty big favorite, actually. So final odds: Rainey minus $2, Gary plus $1.50. But I don't see this going very long.
Okay. Okay, last matchup: Slap Fight Championship, future main event. 500+ pound largest slapper in the world, Leviathan, versus 112 pound smallest slapper on the planet, Mallet. 10 rounds.
Okay, so Mallet stole your car, broke into your house. Something happened because we're trying to kill Mallet at this point. But let's see. So there's always a possibility that the Leviathan walks out there, takes his first swing, just barely touches him and falls to the ground, hits his head and knocks himself out. Mallet's not going to miss him. That's for sure. He's going to land 100% of his strikes if he gets any off. Odds-wise, I'm going to give Leviathan the favorite here at minus 3,700. I should probably go even bigger than that, but that leaves Mallet at about a 10-1 shot, even though he may be even a longer shot than that.
Let me ask you this. If we were to give Mallet a steel chair, would that help the odds at all?
Well, yeah, quite a bit. Can somebody else swing the chair? Could we have Frank swing?
No, that'd be unfair.
He'd have a chance. At that point, I'd probably bring the odds down to maybe minus 2,000.
Okay.
Leave him at about 6.5 to 1 plus 650, something like that, if he gets the chair, and provided he gets to go first.
Okay, Dave. So of these 6 matchups, which 2 do you think are the most viable for the short term?
Well, now I want to see this basketball game. So Street's in. We got to get them together. We got to get them out there. That one's got to happen. And then we got to see Executioner to try to win that women's championship. I mean, I know there's some things he's going to have to, go through to get into that matchup. Might have to lose a little bit of weight. Shamir may have to come up a little bit. But I think that's the one that might be the real game changer for Pro League Network.
All right, sounds great, man. The intergender Karjitsu Championship, the Executioner versus Shamir. That's a hot one. And then, of course, Street, the crossover match between Team Cannon and Team Biscuit.
I might want to see Rainey and Gary get in that Ultimate Tire Wrestling. Especially if we take it out to a Putt Green, have them do it there. I think, again, game changer.
All right. Thanks, man. I'll hit you up soon. I've got a lot of matchups I'm working on, and some of them are a little bit out there. So I'll hit you up probably again next week with some more matchups. You take care out there, brother.
Fire away, man. You have a good day.